to heads of state, ministers of foreign affairs, and representatives of the peoples. As free and conscious human beings, we refuse to remain silent in the face of the horror that is unfolding before our eyes. The Palestinian people are victims of an open-air genocide, of a methodical, organized extermination under the complacent gaze of the international community. On this day, it is our moral and historical duty to denounce in the strongest possible terms the active and passive complicity of France, the European Union, and all the leaders of the so-called democratic states in the face of the ongoing genocide perpetrated by the State of Israel against the Palestinian people. For decades, violations of international humanitarian law and the fundamental rights of the Palestinian people have been piling up under the complacent gaze, if not tacit, of Western powers that claim to defend the values of freedom, equality, and respect human rights. We accuse France, the United States, and its successive leaders of having covered up, through their silence or selective diplomacy, the war crimes and crimes against humanity committed in Gaza and the occupied West Bank. We accuse Europe of political and economic complicity by maintaining trade and military agreements with a state that denies the right to existence of a people and tramples daily on the Geneva Conventions and UN resolutions. We denounce the hypocrisy of these governments that waive human rights when they serve their interests and look away when children, women, and innocent civilians are massacred under bombs financed or tolerated by their allies. Through their inaction, silence, and direct or indirect support, these states bear a moral and political responsibility in the martyrdom of the Palestinian people and will have to answer before history and before the peoples of the world of their complicity in this mass crime. We solemnly accuse you, the French, European, and Western governments, of being complicit in these crimes through your silence, your hypocritical speeches, and your economic, military, and diplomatic support for the State of Israel. Your empty words about human rights and international law are meaningless when it comes to Palestine. You let the bombings reduce entire neighborhoods to dust. You have turned a blind eye to mutilated children, decimated families, destroyed hospitals. You have chosen your side, that of impunity and profit. We call on you to arrest and try all those directly or indirectly linked to this genocide as soon as possible. Official documents revealing your complicity, your inactions, and various failures towards the free people will be revealed in broad daylight if you do not react quickly. Evidence of transactions with Israel by all the incriminated governments. Evidence that Israel was aware of the events of October 7th. Evidence of terrorist funding by Israel to commit attacks in various countries with the support of various governments. All names on the Epstein list, and much more. We demand the immediate cessation of military and security cooperation with Israel, the implementation of international sanctions against those responsible for war crimes, the suspension of trade agreements as long as these crimes continue, the enforcement of UN resolutions that have been flouted for too long, full and complete recognition of the inalienable rights of the Palestinian people, including their right to self-determination and freedom. There can be no neutrality in the face of crime. Silence is complicity. A world that tolerates oppression cannot claim to seek justice. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.